Manifestation.
How exciting is this? This is going live from Yoga House in Chicago, and I'm with Michael Losier, the law of attraction expert, the best-selling author.
Thank you.
Oh, it is so exciting to have you here.
I know, this is a
guy
manifestation
is awesome.
for both of us. We're both excited.
Yeah, and what's really, really cool is that everything is just working out perfectly when we're around you.
Hello,
I love that.
I'm here. Of course it is.
Ta-da! So this is going live on Ustream, and we're recording this also and posting that on YouTube. So anybody that is watching this right now, and you can ask your friends to join if you know, through Facebook or what have you. You can chat with everybody, and if you have questions, we'll try to answer them. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look at now, but this is exciting. So let's recap a little bit while we have you here. What is the law of attraction? Well,
you see, the law of attraction, the words might be new for people. It's like, what is that? But the truth is, we've already been experiencing it already. Mm-hmm. So anytime we've used the word serendipity or synchronicity or fate or karma or meant to be, or sometimes you say everything fell into place, if you've ever had those experiences, you've already experienced law of attraction. There's just a name for it now.
Yeah.
Well, not now, it's always been there, but that's what we're doing. We're teaching people that these experiences where they say, wow, I was just thinking about you when you called, or you wanted something and it knocked on the door. It's like those experiences are evidence of law of attraction.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I could prove it, and I can't, but law of attraction is just energy around us, right? It doesn't have a nose, and it doesn't have an ears, and it doesn't taste or smell, but it is a feeling. You see, law of attraction could really be called the law of feelings or the law of vibes. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm going to use the word vibe because we use it quite often. We'll say, wow, the vibe's ever good in here, or boy, does she ever give off a positive or negative vibe? See, we use the word vibe, but the word vibe comes from the longer word vibrations.
Yeah.
So law of attraction could really be called the law of vibrations. Now, I know that I'm from a government job years past, you were from a corporate job. Remember a job description?
Yeah.
It would say your job includes this, and it would be pages long of what the job description was. But did you know the job description for law of attraction is only 2 words long? Match vibrations. What an easy job that is! There's no decisions to be made. There's nothing to decide. What does it do? Match a vibration. What's a vibration, a mood, or a feeling? So right now, whether you like it or not, or understand it or not, or even whether you believe it or not, right now, you and I are putting off a vibe. And there's only 2 kinds. It's a positive vibe or a negative vibe. Yeah. And law of attraction, which is this universal energy around us, is eavesdropping on our vibration, and it's unfolding and orchestrating to match the vibration that we're sending.
So right now we're actually super, you know, we're like super attracting amazing things right now as we're having a good time.
That's right. Well, we seeded this experience. You know, like you would plant a seed.
Yeah.
We pre-seeded. That's P-R-E-S-E-E-D. We said we want everything to work out. We want to have a beautiful space at the yoga house. We want to have the right questions, the technology. We pre-seeded that, and law of attraction can only match that vibration.
Yeah.
Now, some people, not you and I, would say, oh, I hope we don't have a computer problem. I hope that, you know, they talk about all the things they don't want.
Yeah.
Well, if you talk about what you don't want, you just gave it attention, and the obedient law of attraction does 2 things. What's the job description again? Match vibrations.
Right.
So if you're curious and you want to know what the vibration is that you're sending in any area of your life, take a look and see what you're getting. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, and I wanted to speak about you speak beautifully about resetting your vibe.
That's right.
Because it's very important right now. A lot of people are losing their job, or it's like we feel like there's one thing after the next. It could be a bad news after the next, and it's hard to get out of that loop.
Yes.
And that's really what I'm interested to talk with you about today.
Yes.
Like where do we start from?
Okay, well, I know how to start. So it's not you or I, but we all know somebody that wakes up first thing in the morning a little bit cranky or irritated. So what's the vibe they're sending, negative or positive?
Yeah, negative.
It's negative.
Yeah.
And what's law of attraction doing to that negative vibration? It's eavesdropping, and now it starts to unfold and orchestrate. So they get up out of bed and they stub their toe and they burn their toast and they run out of coffee, and a bird poops on their car and a client cancels and the printer breaks down. You see how the day gets worse and worse and worse? That's because law of attraction was checking and matching, checking and matching, and checking and matching. And sometimes you say, I should have stayed in bed.
Yeah.
But that doesn't get rid of the negative vibrations.
Yeah.
But what we're going to teach people today is how to break that negative cycle. It's not what we want, that negative things, but it's what we're sending out vibrationally. And I need everyone to understand this.
But one negative thing like it brings another one.
That's right, because that's what law of attraction is picking up. So if somebody's laying in bed saying, oh, I hate Mondays, are always the worst, law of attraction is responding to that negative vibration and gives you another event that matches a negative vibration. So you burn your toast, or a client cancels, and somebody bounces a check, and somebody cancels an appointment. And some people say, what's going on? That's the third cancellation I've had today. And if law of attraction had a voice said, well, that's the vibration you're putting out today. I'll say it again. If you're curious and you want to know what the vibration is that you're sending, take a look and see what you're getting. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, but then then it becomes a bad day, a bad year, a bad month.
That's right. But now we understand, or they're going to understand shortly, that we can control our vibrations. That's the good news. The better news is there's only two kinds, positive and negative. So if you're having a negative vibration, how do you know that? By the results that you're getting. So, wow, I keep getting clients at counts, or I keep getting rude service at a restaurant, or I keep having traffic problems. Well, that's the vibration you're sending. It's not what we want, but it's what we're vibrating.
So that's like an indication.
An indication. That's an indicator that that's the vibe you're sending.
Yeah.
But here's what's really important for everyone to hear. Law of attraction doesn't have a brain, and it doesn't have a conscience, and it doesn't decide, and it doesn't make decisions. It just matches. It just matches. And the best news of all, that we can control the vibration that we're sending by controlling the thoughts that we're thinking, by controlling the words that we're using.
But then it's all, you know, mind game.
Well, it's easy.
It seems like a lot of work.
Well, I know that's because you don't know how to do it easy yet, and that's what my job is. I'm going to tell you that the words we use cause us to send a vibration.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, could I use words right now that would generate a negative vibration with you and I? Just through words?
Yeah.
You bet I could.
Yeah.
And could I use words that would raise the vibration with you and I?
Yeah.
Yes. My point here is words create a vibration,
Yeah.
and that's what we send, and that's what law of attraction matches. And there's 3 words in our vocabulary that cause us to send negative vibes, 3 of them. So would you be willing to give up those 3 words if I told them what they are?
Possibly.
Possibly?
If it brings beautiful, amazing things in my life, I'm going to
Well,
consider it, I think.
Well, the first thing it's going to do is going to help everyone to stop attracting negative things. I want to say it again. There's 3 words in your vocabulary that when you use them, it causes you to attract negative things. So here's your homework between now and the rest of your life, is to eliminate these 3 words. They're pretty simple. Matter of fact, most people use them 300 times before noon.
Oh, yeah.
And they say, well, why's my life falling apart? And I said, I don't know. Let's take a look at the words you're using. Oh, you're using these 3 words 300 times before noon. No wonder you're getting what you're getting.
Yeah, but how about even the stuff that we don't even speak out?
Yes. Well, see, law of attraction doesn't have ears.
Yeah.
So it's not listening for the words. This is an important point. It's responding to how you feel about what you say. So here's the 3 words. You all know what they are. The 3 words are don't, not, and no. You see, every time I use the word don't, not, and no, in that very moment, I just gave it attention. So let's do a little example.
Yeah, but I would love the example of when you speak about the radio, for example, that you're not attracting exactly that host at the BBC in the UK.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that? Because I love how you're actually not saying no to them.
Yes.
Until...
Well, I'm very clever about eliminating the 3 words. So
Yeah.
if somebody asked me a question, I would say, no, I don't want that. And when I say I don't want something, I just gave it attention.
Yeah.
And now law of attraction is busy unfolding and orchestrating that thing that I said I didn't want. So when something shows up, I'll say, well, that's exactly what I didn't want. I've been saying all week I didn't want that. And if law of attraction had a voice and said, well, you've given it attention all week, I'm not a decider. That's law of attraction's voice, which isn't really the voice. I don't decide whether that's good or bad for you. I don't know whether it's good or bad for you. My job's a matcher, and I did a good job. Now, just to make sure you understand this, if we go into on the internet and we type in no football, what shows up?
Football.
Really? But you said no football. You see, whenever you say what you don't want, you just gave it attention.
Yeah.
So when something shows up in your life, you say, well, that's exactly what I didn't want. I can promise you that's exactly what you've been giving attention, energy, and focus to. But the best news of all...
But even in a conversation, that was brilliant. I mean, it was really... Can you tell us about that?
Okay, so the conversation was...
It really illustrated it well, I think.
Yes. Well, I was in England, and the BBC called and wanted to do an interview with me.
Big radio station?
No, TV station. It was a big opportunity to be on TV. And I have a criteria for an interview. So the woman called and she said, we'd like to interview you. We have five critics and you about law of attraction. Now, a little sidebar, I don't do that. Here's what I did say. I said, well, my ideal interview is to be interviewed by somebody that wants to learn how to apply law of attraction.
Yeah.
And she said, well, we have 5 critics in you, so would you like to do that? And I repeated it. And I said, well, my ideal interview is to be interviewed by somebody that wants to learn more about law of attraction. And she said, are you saying no? And I said, yes, I am. You see, my job isn't to convince people that law of attraction exists, because I can't prove it to anybody. But I can teach people the tools so they can apply it and get the results themselves. And then once people learn how to do it with this don't, not, and no, I promise you'll get results. But I'm going to tell you how to reset that in a minute. With the don't, not, and no's, and just changing language, you'll change results. And people say, wow, this law of attraction stuff really works. You see, my job is not, I'm saying that on purpose, my job is not to prove it. My job is to give you the tools so you can prove it yourself. And once you prove it yourself, I couldn't talk you out of it if I tried. So the key here is eliminating the words don't, not, and no. And why do we do that? Because every time I use the word don't, not, and no, in that very moment, I just gave attention to what I didn't want.
So we get to also be very clear, what you were saying a little earlier, really clear on what we do not want, and for that it's important to really look at it once.
Yeah, knowing what you don't want helps you decide what you do want.
Yeah, and then you match it on the other side and gain clarity for what really you want to attract in your life.
That's perfect, yes. Oh, you don't want red? What would you like? I'd like blue. Oh, you don't want to go on this vacation? What do you want? You want that kind of vacation.
You don't want to be able to pay your rent?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah.
You see, everything you say has a matching vibration.
Yeah.
So everyone's homework, that's you, between now and the rest of your life, us, is to and you know, I don't get away with using the word don't, not, and no, because everybody in my city, you know, whether it's a coffee shop or my friends, and I'll say, oh, no, know this, and they'll say, hey, you're not supposed to use that word. So I've got lots of don't, not, and no police watching my words. Now, you know when your computer breaks down or your blender or something breaks down, don't we love a reset button?
Yeah.
Oh, love a reset button. I don't know how they work. I just need to know where it's at. It's like, where's the reset button?
Yeah.
I press the reset button and what does it do? It fixes it. So if I told you that you could reset your results by using your reset button, would you be willing to reset, yes or no?
You have all my attention.
All your attention. So we have the ability.
You have your attention?
That's our ability. We have the ability to reset what we're getting by resetting our vibration.
Let's reset it right now.
Now, I did bring you a little gift that you don't know about yet.
Oh!
I brought you an official reset button.
How cool is that?
How cool is that?
That's perfect.
So whenever you catch yourself attracting something you don't want, you can say, I'm going to press my reset button, because we have the ability, and you have the ability, to reset your results. Now, okay, focus. There we go. She loves her new gift. There we go. I'm going to tell you a little story. Last year I was in Malaysia. I did a 28 seminars in 30 days. We printed 10,000 of those reset buttons. So, and I took home about 100 of them. I promise you, this is the last one that I have. And when I was leaving my house, I said I wanted to bring you a gift. And I said, I'm giving you the last coveted reset button I have out of 10,000. So that's the official last one.
I feel abundant.
You are abundant. So at home, you might want to do this on your computer, draw a little circle, write the word reset on it, put it on your fridge, on your computer, inside your purse, because everybody, I want them to get it, that's you and you, is that we have the ability to reset our results. And the only way, everyone listen up, the only way to reset results is to reset vibration. And here's the best news, we all have the ability to reset vibrations. Here's how you do it. Every time you catch yourself using the word don't, not, and no, say, wow, I just gave attention to what I didn't want, then you press your reset button, and the question is, so what do I want? And here's what happens. When you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes.
But then it doesn't last too long sometimes.
Well, it's practice.
We do it for 1 second.
No, it's practice. You know, right now, even by using the word don't, not, and no in this conversation, my brain and unconscious mind saying, hey, you're using the word don't, not, and no. I've trained myself so much to do that. And even if somebody, maybe I might be going somewhere and somebody asks me something, if the answer is no, I still don't type the word no. I will type what I prefer.
Wow.
For example, coming to Chicago, someone said, hey, we'd love to host you in our home. Well, instead of saying no, I said I prefer staying in a hotel. So the truth is we could eliminate the words don't, not, and no from our entire vocabulary. So let's test it. Say, for example, not you or I, but somebody might wake up, might be you, and said, oh, I don't want my clients to cancel. Whew, I just said the word don't. What do I want? So the question is, what do you want? So if you don't want your clients to cancel, what do you want? I want my clients to keep their appointment. Oh, I don't want this meeting to be difficult. Oh, I just used the word don't, not a no. What do I want? I want the meeting to be easy. This is for the mothers and fathers. Don't forget your homework. So what do you want?
I want to remember it.
Remember the homework. Don't slam the door. What do you want?
Yeah.
Close the door quietly.
So as kids starts that early, yeah?
It does. Well, there's a chapter in my book on how to teach law of attraction to children.
Cool.
And it's all around the don't, not, and no. Listen to this. Don't beat up your brother. Don't drink and drive. Don't have sex. Don't do drugs.
Don't have sex? Some parents say that?
No. I'm just saying, but you'll see that. I said, don't do this. Yeah, don't do this, and don't do that, and don't do this, and don't slam the door, and don't get your clothes dirty, and don't leave your clothes on the floor. You know, and every time we say that, so imagine, go on the internet and say, don't slam the door. What shows up? Slamming doors.
Yeah.
The internet is like the vibrational universe. Whatever we say is input into, like a search engine on the internet. Whatever you say is putting it into the universe. Well, I'm the how-to guy. And I promise you, what you learned so far today will make significant changes in your life. And I'm going to repeat the rule. Whenever you catch yourself using the word don't, not, and no, at that very moment, press your reset button and say, so what do I want? And when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. And you might forget 2 minutes later to say what you don't want, but here's what's going to happen, and to you too. Whenever you use the word don't, not, and no, you're going to hear my voice in your head say, so what do I want? Might drive you crazy after a while, but I will promise you'll reduce how many times you use the word don't, not, and no. You'll get to a point where you'll go to say don't, not, and no, and you'll rephrase it and reword it before you do. But can you say don't, not, and no sometimes? Sure.
Yeah.
You might go to the restaurant and say, well, no onions. Well, that's okay. It's not like a truckload of onions is going to fall out of the sky. But when you're talking about your goals and your dreams and your relationships and money and finances, that's where you really want to be in alignment to what you do want. So everybody at home, draw yourself a reset button. Make it your new password. Make your new password, reset my vibes. It's the only thing we have control over.
Yeah.
The only thing we can control is our vibrations, and that's the good news.
So we can really get what we want.
You can really create the vibration of the way you want it to be. I hear a lot of people saying that with law of attraction you can get what you want. Listen up. You don't always get what you want. Come here. But you get what you vibrate.
Yeah.
So people say, oh, I really wanted this, but I'm not getting it. Well, I don't have a crystal ball in front of me. If you're not getting what you say you wanted, that means you're not holding the vibration of the way you want it to be. And people say, no, I give it lots of attention. I read my list, I'm visualizing, and I'm praying, I'm telling all my friends about what I want. But you know what cancels out manifestation? Is negative doubt. So sometimes on this hand I say, wow, I really want to have one of these. And another little voice on the other hand says, you can't have that. You're not good enough, you're not old enough, you're not a man, you're not a woman, you don't have it, whatever the story is. So listen to this. The negative vibration of your doubt is canceling the vibration of your desire. So people think they need to desire more. Tell more friends, build a bigger collage, pray more, build more lists. If that's the only thing we had to do, we'd have everything we built the list for. That's the easy part, is saying, here's what I want. If it's not manifesting, it's because we have doubt about it.
Yeah.
So we need to remove the doubt. It's the removal of the doubt that starts the manifestation process. And as you start to receive things that are in alignment to your list, get excited about them.
And allow them.
Yes. Over lunch, you and I were talking about setting a date. You know, I want to have X amount of clients, or I want to have a boyfriend or girlfriend by this date, or I want to do this. But I don't really use dates, because here's what happens. I might say, I want to do another speaking engagement by November 1st. And you know what I'm doing between now and November 1st? I'm keeping score that it's not happening.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter whether it happens on November 1st or November 10th.
Right.
So I'm going to recommend people get rid of the date, because then we start checking. Oh, November 1st is in 30 days and it's not here yet. Oh, it's next week and it's not here yet. But here's a question for you. When we set goals, when do we celebrate?
Well, we celebrate when it's done.
When it's done. But with law of attraction, you don't celebrate when it's done. You celebrate everything that shows up that's in alignment all the way. It's like, wow, I said I wanted 10 new clients and I've got 3. That's exciting. But most people would say, oh, I wanted 10. What vibration is that? In other words, celebrate everything that shows up that's in alignment to your desire. And in the celebration, now you just sent more vibration of that, what you wanted. So get rid of the end result, enjoy the process in getting there. And sometimes when you get the thing that you say you want something bigger, better, and more.
Exactly.
So you have to, it's like enjoying a vacation. You have to enjoy the flight there and the travel to get there. Otherwise, you're not doing yourself a favor, right? So celebrate everything that's in alignment to the desire. That causes you to send more of the positive vibration, and it also gets rid of the doubt that it's possible for you.
Yeah, and regarding the date, then I guess then it's important to look at why you want that specific date, and maybe there's some things to unfold there where there might be some doubts.
It might be a
or
deadline.
some fulfilling desires or something to fulfill.
Yeah, you can say, now in my book I talk about language, it's so important. So instead of saying, I want 5 new clients, or I want a new boyfriend or girlfriend, or I want to attract this in 10 days, what I would recommend to people is say, I'm in the process of attracting 10 new clients.
Yeah.
Now people say, well, don't say the word process. You're supposed to state it as if you have it. Now, in my book, I got a picture of me when I was much bigger than I am now, and my affirmation was, I have a happy, slender body. Well, if you don't, it's hard to believe that.
Yeah.
I say the word, they're positive words, but it created a negative vibration. You all hear that? I'm going to say it again. A positive affirmation can send a negative vibration. So somebody might say, my business is booming, and they don't have any clients. Do you think they believe that? No. So the positive affirmation is actually sending a negative vibration. So the tool here is to say, well, I'm in the process of attracting my ideal body, or I'm in the process of attracting more clients, or I'm in the process of attracting an ideal date, or I'm in the process of attracting more information, I'm in the process of attracting more money. Because the process is the unfolding and manifestation of it.
I love that exercise that we did around, well, we did it for the sponsorship of my show and the tour, but we set it up, all the things that I had, on the negative things that I had around this topic, and how we match it with something else.
Can we talk more about that?
Yeah, because I love that exercise. Can you explain?
I can. Now, one of the very first important things about law of attraction, in my book I talk about 3-step process. The first step is decide what you want. But you know what? Most people don't know what they want, but they know what they don't want, and they'll tell you all about it. Some people are scared to dream about what they want. They don't think it's possible. But the best way to know what you do want is to know what you don't like and what you don't want. So I was joking with you that I'm law of attraction, and I'm eavesdropping on your vibration about sponsorship, right? So I said, what would I find in your vibration?
Like a doctor, you're the vibe doctor.
Yeah, you know how when we get our blood work done, the doctor sends us a report and says, here's your blood results. So over lunch, I was her vibrational doctor, and I said, Lilo, I want to find out what your vibration is. I can't poke her with something, I can't take a blood test and find out, but you know how I found out what her vibration was? I asked her. I didn't say, what is your vibration? But I asked her what you told yourself about sponsors, and you might have, well, you did say, they're hard to find, or they cancel at the last minute, or too much phone tag back and forth, or they don't have the money. That's not, that's what the report said. Yeah. And when I wrote it down, I said, hey, Lilo, here's your vibration about sponsorship. And you go, ooh, it wasn't what you wanted.
No wonder it was so heavy.
I know, no wonder why you're getting what you're getting. That's the vibration that you're sending. So if you want to find out the vibration that you're sending about anything, build a list of what you think about it. You don't even have to say it out loud.
At least 15 to start with.
15, 100, 5, 2. Wow. The more things you can find out that you're saying that you don't like, and then you look at you, because over lunch you looked at that and you said, wow, no wonder I'm attracting what I don't want. This is my vibration. Yeah. So we did a vibe reset. Show the reset button. We did a vibe reset over lunch.
Reset button.
We resetted her vibration by going from what she didn't want to what she did want. And when I read the list of what she didn't want, she sits up nice and tall, and your whole physiology changes. Like, so that's what clarity means. Yeah. So when you hear people talking about you need to get clear about what you want, people say, well, how do I do that? The best way to get clear about what you want is to know what you don't want. Yeah. And then the words change.
Cross it as you do it.
Yeah, we built a list of what you didn't want. It's like, cross it off. But then some people would say, but I thought we weren't supposed to be negative. Well, sometimes you have, not sometimes, you have to observe the contrast, even if you don't like it, really briefly. And the brief observation of that contrast will help you birth what you do want. It's, you know, even when I was planning my vacation to Italy, which I had an awesome time, I had to build a list of the things that I didn't want. Well, I didn't want to go somewhere that had, you know, too much of this or too much of that or this kind of problem. And then the clarity was, well, I want a vacation where I'm going to be with somebody that I love and somebody that I know, and I want to have some beautiful food and I want to have a great... So I never articulated that before, but what helped me articulate my clarity was to find out what I didn't want. My friend, I have a friend in Victoria, that's from Victoria, BC, Canada, and he's a realtor. And he would work with clients, and they didn't know what they wanted. He would say, well, tell me what you don't want. And they would say, what? Well, I don't want to live near a fire station. I don't want to live near a factory. I don't want to... So, and he's collecting all the stuff that they didn't want, but he helped them get clear. He said, so you'd like to live in a place that does this and this? And they said, wow.
You got me.
Yeah, and you know what? He's the #1 realtor in Victoria, and he's 26 or 27 years old. Because his whole team uses law of attraction. They help their clients get clear about what they want. So whether it's a vacation you're talking about, or whether it's a boyfriend or girlfriend, because I know all of us have the stories of the, oh, I don't want to go with anybody that doesn't work, or anybody that lives with their parents, or someone that smokes or drinks or doesn't like to dance. Go type that in the internet and see what you get. Right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting it, you're sending the vibration.
Yeah.
And we all have the ability to change what we're attracting by resetting our vibration. So today, it's really all about the reset button.
Yeah. I want to check if there is any questions or anybody that is out there. Let's see here. Oh, there's not much chatting going on. People are just listening.
Hey, somebody wants a reset button. I said, I need one of those. Yes, well, thank you. You're like electricity. I'm like electricity. That's a good thing, right?
He is electric.
Well, you know what? We just had the best lunch. We just met like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
And it's called vibrational harmony. We were so harmonious with our vibrations that we didn't have to figure out the story. It didn't matter what our story was. It just mattered about where we're at, and we got excited. And before you know it, I got a piece of paper out and I'm writing stuff down. We left the restaurant.
Life would be so much easier this way.
I know, and I know all the servers in the restaurant, they were kind of eavesdropping because we were electric at the table. It was like there was this vibrational halo around us.
Yeah.
So it was very exciting.
So you do really attract amazing things.
Yes, I'm going to tell you a little story. When I went to Italy, I met up with my friend David, who lives in Italy, and after about 3 days, he made this really interesting comment. He said, do you know that every place that I go to you, everything just unfolds? He's been going to these restaurants for a long time. I go in there, we get the best seat, the best service. We were getting free drinks. Well, this restaurant that we went to a couple times, they loved our energy so much, they would give us a bill on a little yellow sticky and just put 40 euros. There was no, we ate and drank more than 40, and he said he's never experienced that before.
Wow.
So things, because of my high vibration, and I'm pretty selfish about it, and selfish means self-care. I care about my vibration so much because when my vibration's high, things come to me easily. So I'm selfish about who I hang around with, who I travel with, who I listen to, what I read, what I watch. Selfish equals self-care. I care about those things. And when I protect and care about my vibration, things come to me easily. And my friend David, of course, was very positive. And everywhere we went, whether we went to get something or go on a tour or service, it was all just the best. We just kept, you know, we were on a cruise ship and we'd stop in a city we didn't know anything about, and somebody would come up and talk to us. What are you guys looking for? One time we were in Naples, and I was away for 30 days, and my hair was a little bit long, right? And I thought, I'd really like to get my hair cut. You don't really think about getting your hair cut when you're on vacation, but I was gone for a long time. And my friend David said, you know what, I'd like to get a haircut too. We walked around the corner, and there's a barber standing in his shop door with nothing to do.
Waiting for
I know! It was so funny. So that's how things unfold for me. It's like I put it out there, and because I don't have any doubt, and the reason why I don't have any doubt is because I have so much experience with this. You see, doubt comes from your past experiences. No, this doesn't work. But if you celebrate all the small law of attraction events that you're attracting, your belief system will start to change and say, wow, this works all the time for me. So use it in all your relationships, and all of your experiences. And our job is to keep our vibration pure, which means without negativity. So you might need to give up some friends.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is the people too that we attract, and how, I mean, sometimes we're around, for example, loved ones or parents, and
Yes.
they just like, they have this thing of just hitting it right there.
I know. Well, and let's talk to the audience for a minute. I know that you know that I know that all of us have some negative people in our lives.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe not on purpose. You might be married to one,
Yeah.
or they might be a relative or somebody. It might be somebody at work. But we still have to mind and protect our vibration.
Yeah.
So remember, when people are negative, they're always talking about what they don't want. So the next time that person that's negative in your life, they're always talking about what they don't want, you have the right to say this to them. So what would you like? Oh, I don't like my job. No. So what would you like? Oh, I don't like my boyfriend. He did. So what would you like? That's how we protect it. We don't buy into the conversation. How many people does it take to have a negative conversation? 2. So I don't, and I'm using the word not on purpose, I don't buy into that. It's like, oh, you want to complain about your life and what you don't like? Well, then I'm not going to listen to that, but I'll keep asking you. So what would you like instead? How would you like that to be? 2 things will happen, by the way. One thing is they'll stop talking to you. It's like, oh, I'm not talking to Michael again. He keeps saying, so what do you want? Well, that's good. The other thing is that you'll have trained that person how to treat you.
Right.
So now when that person comes back into your life, they're going to say, oh, I better be careful. I can't talk to Lulu about what I don't like, or I can't talk, he's pretty fussy about that. You're right, I am. I train people how to be with me. You want to talk to somebody negative? Dial 1-800-NEGATIVE. You'll find somebody else. They'll find somebody else to complain to, but I've trained them. It's not me. You want to be in my vibration? Then we talk about positive.
But how about when it hurts you on an emotional level, or you feel sadness, or that person really touched a deep sensitive spot in you? How
Yes.
do you shift that around?
That's very
Even
good.
where there is no,
Yes. So what you're saying, somebody might come to you with a sad story, or something hurt them,
or just like it could be your mother, for
Yes.
example, or your father that has,
Yes.
that's.
Well, you can be more compassionate right now and say, so what do you want? But you have to calibrate how to do that. You would say, wow, that sounds like it's pretty tough for you, So let's talk about what you'd like. Just wave a magic wand. In other words, support them in support them, everybody look, in resetting the vibration. They don't need to know that you're doing it, but you can acknowledge them and say, I heard that you don't like your job, or you got fired or laid off. That's pretty tough. So let's just play a little bit. If you could wave a magic wand, what would you like? And here's what happens. In their magic wand waving, or in their telling you about what you do want, their vibration changes. And I promise, I know that you get this, I get this, and you probably get it too. When people say, you know what, you're the most uplifting person in my life. And you know what they mean? That's literal. It means you uplifted their vibration from a lower one to a higher one. And that's why we're uplifters. It's really a true term. You raise their vibration. Some of my friends would say, oh, you really raised my vibration. But a traditional person would say that I'm the most uplifting person to them. But what they're meaning is, I've taken them from a lower vibration to a higher, because here's what I don't do, I'm using that word on purpose. I don't lower my vibration to match somebody else's. You know how you get those phone calls? Oh, hi. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to listen to this for like 30 seconds. I know my friends know that. And my job is to say, okay, that sounds like it's pretty crappy, but what would you like instead? And I raise and raise and raise. As a matter of fact, some of the people, all the people in my life, they wouldn't call me to complain about stuff.
Right.
Without thinking, they would get reset.
Yeah.
If they do call, they know they're going to get reset. And some of them call and say, I need a reset. That's okay. But to call and complain for 20 minutes, you better dial 1-800-COMPLAINS somewhere else.
Let's see here. That's awesome. Oh, now I get the reset. No, the button comment. Okay.
Yeah, say, well, here, I love this. Positive thinking is not easy, but I can learn it. You know what? People say think positive. This is so important.
It's a habit.
The way you think positive, because what's negative thoughts? It's always thinking about what you don't want. So the way to think positive is to say, so what do I want? And it's a practice, and it's a practice. So it is easy now that you know how to do it. So that's your homework.
Well, thank you so much for spending this time here and doing this live. You're my first live guest.
I know, it's a manifestation for both of us.
Very, very cool. On Ustream.
We love that. And I loved everybody's participation. It's fun to see what everyone's saying and appreciating the work today.
Yeah.
So why don't we summarize what we learned today?
Sure.
Okay. At every moment, including right now and right now and right now, everybody, including you and I, are sending a negative and positive vibration. And the obedient law of attraction that's around us is checking and checking and checking. And when it finds the vibration that we're sending, it's matching it and giving us more of it. Whenever we use the word don't, not, and no, it's causing us to send a vibration. We have the ability to reset our thoughts and our words by saying, so what do I want? Mm-hmm. And when you go from what you don't want to what you do want, the words change. And when the words change, the vibration changes. And when the vibration changes, the results change. So you, I, me, you, everybody has the ability to reset negative results to positive results by choosing the words carefully. So over the next couple of days or earlier, you're going to catch yourself using the words don't, not, and no. And in the very moment that you do that, you're going to hear my voice in your head that says, so what do you want? And that'll be your homework between now and the rest of your life.
Very cool. And again, for those of you guys that are around Chicago, Michael is tomorrow teaching a seminar right here. So if you're in the area, or if you live in Indiana or Illinois, or who knows, or you're just ready to fly and have a great time, then come and join all of us.
Yes.
There's quite a lot of people coming.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Clapping, clapping, clapping,
Yeah.
clapping, clapping.
If my friend David from Italy is watching, because when we were touring Italy, whenever something great happened, I would do this, and probably after the third time, he would join me. So this is a happy clap. It's like, yay, I love that.
Yeah.
So that's how I celebrate it. And in my celebration, it causes me to send more positive vibration. And that's how it's done, staying in that positive vibration.
Thank you, Michael.
You were a delight to be with today.
Oh, you are a delight.
Manifestation.
How exciting is this? This is going live from Yoga House in Chicago, and I'm with Michael Losier, the law of attraction expert, the best-selling author.
Thank you.
Oh, it is so exciting to have you here.
I know, this is a
guy is
manifestation
awesome.
for both of us. We're both excited.
Yeah, and what's really, really cool is that everything is just working out perfectly when we're around you.
Hello,
I love that.
I'm here. Of course it is.
Ta-da! So this is going live on Ustream, and we're recording this also and posting that on YouTube. So anybody that is watching this right now, and you can ask your friends to join if you know, through Facebook or what have you. You can chat with everybody, and if you have questions, we'll try to answer them. I don't know which camera I'm supposed to look at now, but this is exciting. So let's recap a little bit while we have you here. What is the law of attraction?
Well, you see, the law of attraction, the words might be new for people. It's like, what is that? But the truth is, we've already been experiencing it already. Mm-hmm. So anytime we've used the word serendipity or synchronicity or fate or karma or meant to be, or sometimes you say everything fell into place, if you've ever had those experiences, you've already experienced law of attraction. There's just a name for it now.
Yeah.
Well, not now, it's always been there, but that's what we're doing. We're teaching people that these experiences where they say, wow, I was just thinking about you when you called, or you wanted something and it knocked on the door. It's like those experiences are evidence of law of attraction.
Yeah.
Now, I wish I could prove it, and I can't, but law of attraction is just energy around us, right? It doesn't have a nose and it doesn't have an ear, it's not a vibration. What's a vibration, a mood, or a feeling? So right now, whether you like it or not, or understand it or not, or even whether you believe it or not, right now, you and I are putting off a vibe. And there's only two kinds. It's a positive vibe or a negative vibe.
Yeah.
And law of attraction, which is this universal energy around us, is eavesdropping on our vibration, and it's unfolding and orchestrating to match the vibration that we're sending.
So right now we're actually super, you know, we're like super attracting amazing things right
Yes.
now as we're having a good time.
That's right. Well, we seeded this experience. You know, like you would plant a seed?
Yeah.
We preceded. That's P-R-E-S-E-E-D. We said, we want everything to work out. We want to have a beautiful space at the yoga house. We want to have the right questions, the technology. We preceded that. And law of attraction can only match that vibration.
Yeah.
Now, some people, not you and I, would say, oh, I hope we don't have a computer problem. I hope that, you know, they talk about all the things they don't want.
Yeah.
Well, if you talk about what you don't want, you just gave it attention. And the obedient law of attraction does two things. What's the job description again? Match vibrations.
Right.
So if you're curious and you want to know what the vibration is that you're sending in any area of your life, take a look and see what you're getting. It's a perfect match.
Yeah, and I wanted to speak about you speak beautifully about resetting your vibe.
That's right.
Because it's very important right now. A lot of people are losing their job, or it's like we feel like there's one thing after the next. It could be a bad news after the next, and it's hard to get out of that loop.
Yes.
And that's really what I'm interested to talk with you about today.
Yes.
Like where do we start from?
Okay, well, I know how to start. So it's not you or I, but we all know somebody that wakes up first thing in the morning a little bit cranky or irritated. So what's this? And it doesn't taste or smell, but it is a feeling. You see, law of attraction could really be called the law of feelings or the law of vibes. Now, I'm going to use the word vibe because we use it quite often. We'll say, wow, the vibe's ever good in here, or boy, does she ever give off a positive or negative vibe? See, we use the word vibe, but the word vibe comes from the longer word vibrations.
Yeah.
So law of attraction could really be called the law of vibrations. Now, I know that I'm from a government job years past. You were from a corporate job. Remember a job description?
Yeah.
It would say your job includes this, and it would be pages long of what the job description was. But did you know the job description for law of attraction is only 2 words long? Match, vibrations. What an easy job that is. There's no decisions to be made. There's nothing to decide. What does it do?